Have you ever felt like you are carrying a weight that you did not ask for? Like your fears are not really yours, but someone else's? Most of us do. And often those fears, those insecurities come from our parents. But what if I told you that many parents, without even realizing it, pass down their trauma to their children? And that trauma shapes how we live, limiting us, holding us back from who we really want to be. Hi fam, you are most welcome to my channel. Today, I want to talk about a silent cycle, how parents' fears, beliefs, and trauma can become invisible chains on their children. This is not about blaming parents, far from it. It is about understanding patterns so that we can break free from them. You know, trauma is often invisible, but it can shape our whole lives, sometimes without us even realizing it. What is even more surprising is how parents, knowingly or unknowingly, pass their own fears, insecurities, and beliefs onto their children. These are not just lessons, they are sometimes invisible chains that keep children stuck, scared, and unable to truly live their own lives. Parents don't mean any harm. They are often trying to protect their children, teaching them to avoid the mistakes that they made. But in doing so, they sometimes trap their kids in a box, telling them this is how life is. This is the norm. This is how you must behave. This is what you must do. And what is the result of this? These children grow up carrying the burden of their parents' trauma, fears, and insecurities, feeling limited and unable to explore their true potential. But how exactly do parents pass trauma to their children? Here are some common ways that trauma gets passed down. I will explain each one and share how it can be changed. The first way is through fear and overprotection. Parents who have been hurt or scared in the past often become overly protective of their children. The effect of this is that these children grow up anxious, afraid to take risks or try new things because they have learned that the world is dangerous. How do we change that? Parents can encourage healthy independence and let children learn from small mistakes. It is okay to fail sometimes. Failure is part of life. If you don't fail in some things, you may never succeed. Number two is through high expectations and pressure. Some parents want their children to achieve the dreams that they couldn't achieve. And the effect of this is that these children feel like they are never enough. They carry heavy pressure that damages their self-esteem. You can change that as a parent by supporting your children. Support their passions, support their dreams, not just your own wishes, not just imposing your wishes on them. Ask them what they want to do. Analyze it with them, explore it with them, and support them on their journey. Don't forget that it is their lives. Number three way is through unspoken rules and beliefs. Rules like don't talk about your feelings, always be strong, don't be vulnerable, don't show that you are weak. All of these rules become invisible walls. And then before you know it, these children begin to suppress their emotions. And this leads to shame and isolation. They feel so embarrassed, so ashamed to be vulnerable, to show any sign of weakness. As parents, you can change that by creating an environment where emotions are talked about openly and where vulnerability is welcomed. Tell them that it is okay to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it is a sign of strength. Another way is through emotional neglect or invalidation. When children's feelings are dismissed or minimized because parents don't know how to handle emotions. Children begin to struggle with understanding and expressing their feelings. They begin to bottle up their emotions. As parents, you can change that by learning to validate your children's emotions. Teach them healthy ways to express themselves. Another way that parents pass trauma onto their children is through modeling toxic behaviors. Some parents don't even realize that they are doing this. And children often learn from what they see. Anger outbursts, mistrust, avoidance, or unhealthy coping with substance abuse. Your children are watching, they see all of this. And before you know it, they think that, oh, this is the norm. This is how it should be. And this become normalized behaviors that you have passed down from generation to generation. If you find yourself in this trap, there is hope. Healing requires awareness and sometimes professional help to break free from these unhealthy cycles. Another question is this: why do parents pass this trauma onto their children? It is not because they want to hold their children back. Most parents don't even realize what they are passing on. They are simply shaped by their own experiences, trying to protect their children, and the only way they know how is through these unhealthy behaviors. But sometimes the lessons meant to protect end up limiting, end up enslaving, end up chaining their children. So how can you break free from this cycle in case you're entangled in it? I want you to know that breaking free from these inherited chains is not easy, but it is possible. That is the good news. And here are some steps to help you and your family start healing. Number one is through self-awareness and reflection. This is the first step. You have to first of all recognize these patterns. If you do not recognize that there is a problem, then you cannot be talking of a solution, right? So this may mean journaling, it may mean therapy, as well as honest conversations with yourself and others. Then another way is through open communication. Talk about your fears, talk about your beliefs, your feelings with your parents or your loved ones. It is okay to disagree and express your truth. Then another way is to set healthy boundaries. Learn to say, this is my life. I need to live it differently. Boundaries will help you to protect your emotional well-being. Don't allow anybody and anyone into your life, into your space, writing their own script. Set boundaries and be firm with your boundaries. Another way is to seek professional help. You may not be able to help yourself, so seek therapy, seek counseling. This can help both parents and children understand and heal from trauma. You can also heal from trauma by creating new family norms. Families can choose to rewrite their rules. They can rewrite their own scripts and start living by a new script. Build homes filled with love, trust, freedom, emotional safety instead of fear and silence. I know that the cycle of trauma can feel like a heavy burden, but it doesn't have to define your story. You have the power to heal, to grow, and to live the life that you want, free from the invisible chains of fear and insecurity. If this message speaks to you, take a moment now and think, what is that fear or belief that I want a release from? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video. Feel free to share your story in the comment below. You just might inspire someone. I'm Olaide Agbaje, also known as First Lady, and on this channel, I inspire you to live intentionally. I'll come your way again with another inspiring video. Until then, be intentional. Bye.